Alright people, it's Sprat here, and today I've got a editing tips video. This has been highly requested by a lot of people. I'm not going to say I'm the best editor, I'm nowhere near the best, but a lot of people wanted to know how I do it, how I do my edits, and I'm going to show you. So I'm using Sony Vegas Pro 10.0. Now this is only for PC, but for a Mac you may want to get something like Adobe Premiere, which is pretty much the same layout, the same tools, but it's a lot more keyframing than, Sony Vegas actually helps you out with a lot of things you don't have to keyframe. But anyway, I'm going to get started. So I'm going to do a few tips on what I do, and then I'm going to give you some render settings at the end because a lot of people ask for those as well. Okay. So first off, I picked a song. Now when you're picking your songs, you want to find a song that has a constant beat throughout, or has certain points in the song where you can sync it with the vocals, whether it's rock or rap. I mainly try and find with a beat in the back, but it's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through the song, and I'm going to press the M key for mark, and I'm going to mark down the sync points of where I want my sniper shots to hit. Okay.
Yeah, we pop, so these sunnies red for us, and they honeys clad for us, with their stomachs flat for us. DK is on the boards, cooking up a track for us, sipping on this Arizona, and my gummies black for us. YouTube champs, Reds doing Tana kills, colder than the Santa chills, slicker than banana pills, upper for the world, plus the dime, so the cannon spills, only getting better every day, we ain't planning kills still.
Okay, that'll do. Now I've actually missed a couple out here. The actual when the song drops back in, we've got one here, as you can tell there by the song. And also when the song drops back in, we've got one here as well. It's right there. Now these don't have to be perfect. Obviously, you'll when you're listening back and you're putting your shots in, you will realise what's the differences. But I'm just going to drag a clip in. I'm actually editing. This is a song for number 13. I've actually got 11's been uploaded, 12 is already rendered, 13 is going to be rendered soon, and I've got a few clips of 14. But anyway, I'm just going to grab this crazy split feed thing, and we're going to get started. So if you record good audio, you can actually see where the gunshots are, and this is a lot it helps you a lot more. So what you're gonna do is kind of line up. You can actually look where the actual song drops, and basically you just want to line your shots up to the song. And now you're going to use S to split. Now I'm going to split it around here on this sync point, and I'm going to slow-mo before the shot. Actually, I'm going to do it before he scopes in. So you're clicking S to split, you're moving this, and then you're going to click Control, and you're going to drag it across. It's actually slow motions for you. Now if you're replacing audio, then you won't have to do this. You can just mute it by dragging it down and removing the decibels or whatever it is. But if you are using the audio and you like the sound of slow motion, you want to right click, go to properties, and click lock to stretch, and this kind of makes that kind of slow-mo sound. This is the way I do my syncing, but a lot of people actually do the insert video envelopes and actually do event velocity. Now this allows you, I think it's keyframing, and it gives you a lot more freedom around making it slow and then speed up like gently. But I've never done that, and I don't see the problem with what I do. I think a lot of people find it entertaining. So anyway, this is how I do it. So what you're gonna do is go through the song, get all the sync points, so all your gunshots. That one looks okay pretty much. Want to drag that out a little bit, and you want to go through and do this. And this is what I kind of do, and I can do quite quick edits doing it this way. That one looks okay, but it's just something I do, and I don't particularly like all these flashy effects that people do. I just like nice simple syncing, a few nice transitions, and that's all I like really. So I'm just going to quickly go through these, and actually there's a big gap here, you see, so I'm actually going to slow-mo all of this and then drop it back in. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I'm going to actually lower the gun sounds and put the song on. The song is actually quite quiet for some reason, I'm not sure why. So anyway, here we go.
Yeah, we pop, so these sunnies red for us, and they honeys clad for us, with their stomachs flat for us. DK is on the boards, cooking up a track for us, sipping on this Arizona, and my gummies black for us. YouTube champs.
So then you can actually have a little slow-mo bit here. And I do a common thing where I click the pan crop button there. You can actually go right click and click video event pan crop, And now you want to drag this keyframe to the end of your clip, which is what it is now. And for the start bit, you want to just make sure your size about center, whatever that is, that's on. And then you want lock aspect ratio off. And now you're just going to drag this in. And as you can see, it kind of creates these black bars things. Give it a little, you know, rotate, and then you'll see it syncs with the song quite nice. Okay, that's that bit. So that's the syncing. That's all I do throughout the thing. You'll put all these markers down, and that'll be that. Now I'm going to get another clip and just show you a couple of transitions. So I'll just grab score feed. So my most common one you probably see a lot is where I I'm just going to put that there. I slow-mo before the clip starts and the end of the last clip. Now I've got this nice little fade here. Like I said, with control you just drag it, and I'm deleting the audio because I don't really care about that. Now you want to go to video effects. I think it's Gaussian blur, but I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And now I've got my own little preset here, so that's going to be 0.027. Now it looks a bit stupid at the moment, but what you're going to do is create a keyframe at the start of the clip, and you want the blur to fade out when it gets to about here. So then you're just going to put these down to 0, gives you a keyframe there, and then you're going to do the same on the other one. But you're going to do it the opposite way around. So you're going to put this keyframe right at the end, and then you're going to create where the blur isn't there, near the start. So it makes a keyframe there, and you've got 0. You play it now. See, it's a nice little fade with some blur. Now you can change this for rock. You can actually just do, you know, just horizontal blur or just vertical blur, whichever you like. There's also, you know, defocus, which is a plugin as well. You can do with that. You probably see that a lot. And I've got this new blue effects plugin, which I think is very common, and it's, you know, it's really helpful. I'm not sure if you can get it with the new Vegas, but you can definitely get it on this one. You can also do, you know, zoom blur. I've got a preset there. Also spin blur. You've probably seen that one a lot. Just this, you put it to about 7 or 8, and then you just do the same thing I did before. So that's pretty much my main transition that I do a lot. Also fade in and fade out is pretty simple. You just drag the end, and there's your fade out. Another one is a new blue. The two common ones that I've got. New blue here. I'm just going to get rid of these real quick and then just show you. So I just cross it over. You just drag it over and make a little crossfade there. Then there's a new blue zoom, which I use. And I just use the centered zoom blur there. Just want to turn the zoom down to about 20, and this kind of just makes a little nice effect there. What I've done here is drag to the top, kind of makes a RAM preview section. Click Shift and B, and it kind of gives you a little preview without any lag. So that's just a little transition I've got. And also there's the roll one, which is one of my common ones. I usually use push left or up, and then you just frame that. And you see that's actually quite fast, but you get the gist of things. And that's, you know, that's pretty much it for all my editing. I just do these kind of same things. So that's those. I'll just give you a little hint on Twixtor. What you want to do is you want to this is how I do it. Obviously people do it different, but Twixtor is a plugin for a lot of slow-mo. I've got my own preset here. You just want to cut the clip after wherever you want the slow-mo to start. And here's my settings for the slow-mo, and what it does, it just obviously gives this nice clean you know, slow-mo effect. So that's pretty nice. I guess that's about it for that. All my syncing, transitions, that's pretty much what I do. For color correction, I have a plugin called Magic Bullet Lux. Now you can get this on, you know, a lot of things like After Effects. I think you can get it on Final Cut Pro. So it, you know, it goes on all platforms really, but it's kind of a more complex way to color correct. And I've actually got loads of presets I don't even use, so I might actually delete these. I've just got a few that I've made. But if I'm not going to give these out because I don't want to see the, you know, color correction used a lot. But if you want any, if you don't know how to go about making them, just look up some editors that they'll give out free editing packs with a lot of presets in. So these are ones I've made for editing people's episodes or edit myself. My favorite one is this rock edit one I made, which I love. I use that on pretty much all my rock edits. I've got this mini one, this kind of blue one. So you know, it takes some time to learn how everything affects things, but once you do it, you can make really nice color correction. So that's just a preset one there. If you don't have Magic Bullet Looks and you can't get it, simple ones you can do. Studio, go on color correction, Studio RGB to Computer RGB. Just get that there. It just brings out more of the colors, and then you can even use, you know, color curves, reset to none. Kind of just bring out the darks, bring out the lights, and you know, just fiddle about with it, and you'll get some nice little things. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much on color correction because it's not really that important. I think if you just have a nice little clean one, like, you know, this will do, like, it's just fine. You know, that's all you really need. Lastly, I'm going to just do how I do my black bars, my letterbox effect. What I do is I get a solid color, which is in the media generators. I have this as a plugin called Cookie Cutter. Now I'm going to put it on my preset right now. I've got one called Letterbox. Oh, let me get a thing where it's not showing the scope. And here it is. And what it is you put the shape to square, you put method to cutaway section, repeat X to up to 10, and then the size is just how you want it. So you obviously don't go too far if it's a square show, but I think this is one of the best ways to do it. If you want to customize it, you can keyframe it and stuff. But I'm just going to leave it around about that. So that's all that bit. I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to show you my project settings and my render settings real fast. So yeah, here we go. So here's my project settings. I'm not gonna talk through it. They're gonna be here on the screen. So pause it if you need to. Put it in a higher quality if you can't read it. But make sure you tick this after you've done it. If you're gonna be using this for just your gaming videos, make sure this is clicked. Start all new projects with these settings. So that's the video. Sorry if you heard that click, it's quite loud. Here's the audio, and I think all the rest is okay. Yeah, you don't need any of those. Then my render settings, this is for YouTube. I've got my own preset here. Make sure you save it after you use it. Here's the video settings. If you're recording 8 Mbps on your PVR thing, your software, then put this to 8 million. But if you're recording full quality, you know, if you're recording 13.5 Mbps, put this to 13,500,000. Onto audio. And that's, I don't think you really need to change what's there. And then the project is just, you know, best. And obviously some people might have better ones, but people have been asking for that. So yeah, I think I've covered pretty much most things that I use. Sorry if this is a bit long, but I just tried to cram it in all one video. So hopefully you enjoyed, maybe you learned a few things, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.